Mojang have announced they are doing something very serious that they've never done before because they are going to be deleting large numbers of Minecraft accounts. If you want to avoid this happening to your Minecraft Java account, make sure you log in before September of 2023. This is very serious, very important, and it's important you learn about it, and this is a great channel for precisely that because I cover the latest Minecraft news, including stuff like this, which might literally save your Minecraft.net account. Speaking of Minecraft.net, you might recall a couple of years ago where they announced there you'd have to move your Mojang account over to a Microsoft account, partially because they are more secure with two-factor authentication, and partially because Microsoft of course owns Minecraft, including the Bedrock version, which has already been using those Microsoft accounts, and so the migration started, giving you this handy free cape. And then earlier this year, they even decided to give a free copy of Minecraft Bedrock. In fact, you can't buy Java without buying Bedrock, or vice versa anymore. It is just Minecraft, Java, and Bedrock, which is now the biggest incentive they've done, and now they're going the other way, because starting September 19th, 2023 at 11 AM EST, unmigrated Mojang accounts will not be able to sign in to Minecraft.net or the Minecraft launcher to migrate. We're doing this to ensure that everyone is playing using accounts with improved security and player safety. In addition, starting September 5th, 2023, support will no longer be able to assist in any MSA migration-related tickets. In other words, there are just 4 months left to turn your Minecraft.net accounts into Microsoft accounts, and if you don't do precisely that, you won't be able to log in either on the website or in the launcher, effectively rendering your account pointless. And that might seem like it's a strong way to put things, but from Minecraft's own migration FAQ, it says right here, what if I don't want to migrate my Mojang account to a Microsoft account? What happens if my migration period starts and I'm not ready to change yet? They say you'll have time to migrate, you don't have to move right away. However, when the voluntary period ends, you'll need to move your account or risk not being able to play the game. They even go a step further with the question, do I have to migrate my Mojang account to a Microsoft account? And the answer is if you use a Mojang account, you will need to migrate to a Microsoft account to continue playing Minecraft Java Edition. The only people who will be able to play Minecraft Java Edition after September 2023 are people with a Microsoft account, and so if you want to play the game again after this date, you'll have to buy the game again. This is something which is obviously very controversial and is a very big deal, which is why I'm making this video, but also I think it has to be said there are lots of things Mojang hasn't considered by making it such a short window, the biggest of which is inactivity of accounts. I think Minecraft is a unique game in terms of just how many players come back to it year after year after year. There are many people who haven't played Minecraft since beta who are loving all the things that have came out since now, and every single day this is happening to someone logging into an old Minecraft account. And if they haven't done so in the last couple of years, logged in, got on this pop-up and decided, oh, I'd better migrate that account over, if they haven't done so before September of this year, they just won't be able to. They'll log into their Minecraft account and be unable to play the game. That is just deleting someone's purchase, as Minecraft can't be played without that account. In fact, if you wake up from a coma after 10 years and your first thought is, my god, can't wait to play some Minecraft, then your priorities are probably in the wrong order and you should probably be confused about the rest of the things in the world that happened. Do you remember that guy from Home Alone 2? He became president for a bit. He's going to be on money now. But the other thing that you'd be confused about is that your Minecraft account would not work at all and you'd have to rebuy the game. You know, maybe you have enough money to deal with that, but I think you were in a coma for the last 10 years and can't deal with that. And obviously, Minecraft doesn't have to make their rules around people in a coma, but they shouldn't also make their rules around assuming that everyone is always logging into their accounts every single year. And it's weird, right? Because if I were to show you my Xbox 360 games collection, not a single one of these games has been played in the last 2 years, probably not even the last 5 or 10, honestly, but I would still very much love to go into any of these games, especially this one right here, huh? Turned 11 years old yesterday. I would love to go into any of these games here and still be able to not be told, oops, you didn't do something in the last couple of years, you can't play the game now. But I mean, at least I'd be reassured knowing that those games are secured, you know, the ones I'm not able to play anymore because I didn't do something, keeping up to date with them every couple of years. And again, the explicit mention at the top of the page is not just a vague threat I'm extrapolating on here. They explicitly say that all unmigrated accounts will be deleted at a future date, and that future departure date might be some years down the line. Admittedly, that's true, but there are lots of people who bought a game who will not be able to access it. We know it's some non-zero number, or they wouldn't be making these posts. They wouldn't have to do this announcement if every single person had migrated, and so some people who bought Minecraft will lose access and indeed lose their entire account over this. And isn't this the messed up thing? You know, you might think, how is that okay? It's because you're not actually buying Minecraft when you buy it. You're just buying the license to use it. A license which can be revoked if you break any Minecraft rules, or if the Minecraft servers go down, or if Minecraft feels like doing an account migration and you don't do it in time. This sounds messed up, but it's actually how a lot of the modern world works. We don't really own very many things. If you want to own a piece of software, you own a license to use the software. If you want to buy a game on Steam, you're just buying a license to use the game. This is one of the problems which has faced Minecraft itself, because if you buy a game for a console, you might not be able to use it, including one where maybe the license gets lost forever, such as in the case of story mode. And it's kind of funny to me that although all these benefits will be eschewed by these huge companies, that like, well, on the one side it sucks not to own things, but it's also great to just temporarily license them. But you know, Microsoft themselves, they bought their headquarters building for several $1 million. They're not just buying a license to be there. No, that's their building. When Microsoft bought Mojang, they didn't just buy a license to use their property. They could have bought Minecraft for $25 if that's all they wanted, but they spent $2.5 billion on making sure they owned everything. And indeed, some of the very problems we're talking about here have come from that. And it has to be mentioned that this is something we should all be aware of. When you're buying software, you're almost universally buying the temporary access to use it and not anything underlying. You don't have any rights to do so in the long run. And although I think it'd be nice if we owned more and if big companies didn't get to control us to such an extent, for now, the best course of action is simply to migrate your Mojang account, and simply to make sure if you have any spare accounts, I have a second one that I didn't even think about till this, that you migrate it now, because you won't be able to after September 2023. I guess because I'm a big optimist, even in these super bad situations, I'm going to try and give you the rundown of positive benefits. One is there'll be fewer phishing scams against Minecraft accounts. Security genuinely will go up as a result of this. Two is that if there is an inactive Minecraft account with a username you want, if their user is in a coma or maybe died in a house fire, I hear that happens to a lot of people around these parts who aren't subscribed, but you know, if that's happened to the user, you'll be able to pick up that great sweet username at some unspecified point after September 2023, and so that actually might be some good news. I mean, in general, it's good for tech, you know, like when there's lots of usernames and there's only so many of them that can go around, it's important for tech companies to prune that. However, I think they could free up the usernames without permanently deleting the account. I think they could make it so you can migrate your account at any point afterwards. You lose that valuable Minecraft username, but they haven't gone for that system, and I think it's kind of messed up. I think with any system like this, they always want to encourage people to get it done, and having big flashy deadlines is a good way to do that. But I also think you have to give way for the fact that life is busy for most people. There are too many things to do and too little time. This is the constant state of life. There is a lot of suffering and hardship that is always befalling people, and to just try and ignore that and say, nah, our things are the most important, is a little insensitive to the very nature of humanity and existence as a whole. But you know what isn't insensitive to humanity and existence? The fact that Minecraft Xbox 360 turned 11 years old yesterday, and as you all know, 4J hasn't been working on Minecraft console for a few years since Minecraft Bedrock forced it to shut down. However, they've been working on something new, and they tweeted yesterday saying we should get you all back up to see what we've been up to. There's also this close to Dundee Studio talking about some fun wakeboarding stuff, but they're saying that they're up to something, and they'll be inviting some of the OG console YouTubers, Stampy Longnose, Big B Stats, IBX Toycat, and Squishy, as well as Echo Soldier up there. And I don't know if this is real, if this is a fun, oh yeah, you should come get coffee sometime, oh we're busy though, or if this is actually happening. But I might have some news on what's happening with this soon, because you better believe I'm always down for a trip to Scotland. Speaking of trips to Scotland, you can take one if you subscribe to the channel. I mean, you could take one if you didn't subscribe, but you know, it might feel better if you were subscribed to someone who's from the same country as Scotland. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.